morning, Nine's Corner Tarot peoples. How are you? As you can see, in my neck of the woods here in Alberta, it is snowing just slightly, just lightly. We've had no winter to speak of, no precipitation to speak of, which is very scary. But I'm wondering now if, the saying, in like a lamb, out like a lion, when it comes to the snow and everything for March, if that's going to happen. So I'll let you know in the next little while if we have some kind of surprise like snowstorm or something that we weren't expecting. So we are going to get right into P. Diddy and see why. Well, you know what? No, it's good. I was about to say, why did I drop my cards? But we do this every single time, and now we've got it done in the beginning of the video, so it's out of the way. And subscribe! I hope I didn't frighten you too much, but here we go. We're going to talk about P. Diddy and the fact that he's had 3 locations, 3 of his properties that have been raided by the FBI. There's talks about sex rings and the whole 9 yards. And it's very much giving off the vibes of Epstein, like everybody knew but nobody wanted to say anything kind of thing. Now, for myself, I was a huge fan of Wendy Williams, the talk show. How you doing?
How you doing?
And she actually dated Suge Knight, and she did not get along with P. Diddy, and she used to always be like trying to, put his gossip out on the streets for people to be listening to. And God bless her, she's got her own health issues now that are just really awful. So I'd just be interested to see, now that P. Diddy has had his raid happening, what's going to come of it? Is this all just, a flash in the pan, and that they're going to protect people by getting a hold of these cameras and getting a hold of everything? Like, is it going to be like a hush hush, put it under the rug type of thing? Or are we going to all of a sudden go, oh no, we've had a trafficking ring in the middle of Hollywood or Hollyweird, right? I mean, we have to look at the fact that we could be looking at having an SA ring that could be found out. Like, okay, so let's just look and see. P. Diddy, what is going on with you, about you, for you? What's going to happen with you? Okay. Walking away. Guys, P. Diddy, you're going to jail. You are going to jail. You're going to be going to jail for the trafficking. Oh my God. Crossing it. Walking away, trying to get away, trying to leave the country, trying to leave behind everything. Like, do you see these cards? Holy moly. Trying to walk away from it all, trying to walk away. He's like, I'll just walk away from all of it. Just get me out of this trouble. Underneath it, we have the Magician. Here is somebody who had the power. And when you've got the power, you can make anything happen. As above, so below. So whatever in his imagination he could think of to want to do at these parties or at anything, he just had that power and he was drunk on it. In the past, he was definitely somebody who was looking out for himself. His number one goal was himself, but looking elsewhere out, like where my life is going to lead. But it was always from this ego-based, egocentric space. On top of it, he's a little man with big clothes on. He's got the money, and he's got the drinking, and he's got the drugs, and he's got all the elements that you would need to have the type of life that he wanted to live, or wants to live. Why did I say wanted? I hope that's just a Freudian slip. Is that what they call it? In the near future, we're going to have the Sun. Is he going to get caught up in this? 100%. Is he going to be getting charges? 100%. That's going to be in the near future, not right away. I think they're trying to cover all their bases, get all the materials, get all the tapes and all the cassettes and all that kind of stuff. the Fool. He thinks that it's going to be business as usual, that he's going to be able to work his way out of it. But he's looking backwards at himself as the magician. He's no longer the magician. The people are, ooh, look what's around you. The Emperor. The Emperor is the justice card coming out to say you are going to be judged. Your stability is going to be looked at. We're going to look at where you came from, what your building blocks for all of your work and for everything. Maybe even going back, like as far as back. Because, okay, interesting story, because I'm sure most people know Jennifer Lopez. She dated P. Diddy, and at one point, there was a shootout at some kind of bar, and allegedly Jennifer Lopez was the one who brought the gun from P. Diddy's house to him, and it was an illegal gun, and one of his henchmen, one of his best friends, took the rap and got 10 years for it, but also got $1 million for it. So this is somebody who's been doing this sort of thing for a really, really long time. This is not outside. This is not something that's shocking to anybody who has been following P. Diddy and his career for any length of time. He's got the Knight of Wands, so he's going to be rushing in with action. He's going to be fighting this. He's going to have good lawyers that are going to talk a good talk. But the cards are really showing me that it looks like jail time to me. So he's got a good lawyer and he's got to be having a good talk, but it's like there's going to be this constant barrage coming from the past, and it's just going to be one more story on top of one more story. It's just going to keep coming. He's going to have to settle, and he's going to be, it's going to be like one case after the other. There's going to be money. He's going to lose a lot of money. Will he go down? He's definitely going to be causing a lot of pain and suffering. There's stories to come out. And yes, it has to do with children and what money can buy you when it comes to them. There will be some delays that will be happening towards this case, but it's more delays to collect information. And I see a really good lawyer here for him, really checking it out. Yeah, he's definitely going to be going to court for this, and I really, really feel like he's going to be paying some strong penalties, some strong fees, and I think there's a very strong possibility at this point in time that he could actually be seeing jail time. So, very interesting, very interesting. Now, I was only going to do the P. Diddy one because it's a big story, but I couldn't help myself. I saw Donald Trump selling the King James Bible to make America great again.
This Bible is the King James Version and also includes our Founding Father documents. Yes, the Constitution, which I'm fighting for every single day, very hard.
This man who has broken every commandment, broken all 10 commandments, is now touting the Bible. And for what? Because he thinks this is going to get him the evangelicus. So how do you say that? Evangelicus. See, now should I leave that part out where I show that I cannot pronounce evangelicus, or do I leave it in and just show you that, yeah, I'm a dum-dum. I'll leave it in, but you know what I mean. So I have to say, as a non-practicing Catholic, I do find it almost like sacrilegious for him to be doing this. It's kind of gross and disgusting. And he's making money off the Bible, which is gross and disgusting. So, and, you know, there's going to be a lot of Bible thumpers who are going to love this as well. It's a mixed bag. So let's see. How is this going to affect Trump? How's Trump going to be over the next month? I mean, he got the delay that he needed. He got his money cut in half. And it's like, Jack Smith, Merrick Garland, Letitia James, let's all get together now. It's time. So Donald, how's the next little, ooh, he is stressed. He is worried. There is something going down on his head. There's something that he's aware of that we're not even aware of. Ooh, do you see this? At the base of it, Trump, his focus is stress. It's worrying about all the things that could happen. And normally, if you get this card, I would look at you and say, you know, most of the time, your imagination is so far worse than what is actually going to happen. What actually is going to happen to him is so far worse than what he's actually thinking. Holy moly. People are going to be talking in a very negative way about him. In the past, he has used all kinds of distractions and you know, holding the Bible upside down to try to show that he's a churchgoer or somebody who reads the Bible. He says that he goes to a certain church, and the church was like, no, they don't. We never see him here. On top of it, we got the Fool. And I mean, how many readings do you have to get with Donald Trump where the Fool comes up? He's embarking on something that he has no idea how it was going to land. If he's going to fall in and come out smelling like roses, or if it's finally going to be his final fall because the 10 of swords across him. He's going to be getting an offer that he is not happy about. So they're going to try to make some kind of deal with him over this because I think Donald Trump is in a position where he could actually be seeing jail time. So they're going to come to him and say, listen, if you'll do this, then we'll give you a better deal. But it still means like he could be in jail or kept at home. Like there's issues there. And he's like, no, that's not at all what I want at all. Feeling left out, not having enough money. Page of Pentacles. The people around him that he was depending on to bring him money, to get him money, they're not going to be bringing in much money. So the sales are not going to be phenomenal. We're not going to be like, oh my God, look what Trump has done. It's going to be, you know, an embarrassment. Issues and problems that he has had in the past are coming right back up. Like everything from his past is going to come back to haunt him. And you know how we've been watching this slow drip over and over and over. And it's like all of a sudden it's just going to be like somebody turns the taps on and it's all going to hit him like just at once and just right into the ground. The Hermit. I think right now as the energies feel, I would say that we're looking at him going into a time of introspective thinking, which is impossible for Trump. So I think this is more likely that he's going to be looking at confinement. He's going to be looking at the worrying about getting confined and getting in trouble. He's going to be taken down. It's just a matter of, can we get it done before presidency? Because after the presidency, and if he ends up becoming president, it's screwed. It's just put your hands up. There's nothing you can do. So it's really important to get him off the ticket and away from everything before we even get to that point. So I'm really hoping that this is showing that there's some momentum finally happening where you're going to see him, you know, his light fading and getting less and less, and showing that he's going to be in more and more trouble because of it. We'll have to wait and see on that one, my darlings. But that is our reading. As always, I have our Unity candle lit for each and every one of us. And as always, I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. I thank you for your time. And until the next time we chat, take care. Cheerio. God bless. And leave some comments. Let me know about things that you'd like for me to read upon. I'll read on everything and anything. So All right. Take care. God bless.